Monsieur le Président de la République, Excellences, Mesdames et Messieurs, je suis très heureux d'être à cette tribune ce soir pour ce prix. Et ces quelques mots ne sont pas ceux du protocole ni ceux conventionnels quand on veut distinguer quelqu'un. Ce prix est remis à Cher Jaber, éminente personnalité saoudienne qui a réussi sur tous les fronts, sur tous les continents. Il est aussi envoyé spécial de l'UNESCO pour l'éducation et la tolérance. Mais il a fait un choix qui est central pour chacun d'entre nous. Nous sommes dans un temps qui est celui de la régression, dans un espace qui devient celui de l'archaïsme, et dans une culture qui privilégie l'ignorance par le refus de l'autre et par le déni. Cher Jaber, lui, l'a compris depuis très longtemps, puisqu'il a maintenant, depuis des décennies, décidé de consacrer une très large partie de son temps, une très grande partie de ses moyens, à ce qui nous manque le plus, la pédagogie et l'éducation. La pédagogie et l'éducation, pas nécessairement en allant prêcher la bonne parole, le temps d'un forum ou le temps d'un discours. La pédagogie et l'éducation en donnant depuis des dizaines d'années des milliers de bourses à des milliers de jeunes, essentiellement dans l'espace arabo-musulman, pour les aider à apprendre, les aider à nous connaître, les aider à voyager et les aider à reconquérir cette raison qui a déserté tellement de nos rivages. Vous l'avez fait, cher Jaber, avec conviction, avec détermination et sur la durée. Ça n'a pas été l'histoire d'une année, l'histoire de 10 années, ce sont des décennies pendant lesquelles vous avez travaillé et consacré beaucoup de temps, beaucoup de moyens à cette immense tâche. Vous avez créé des milliers de bourses, vous avez créé un prix qui s'appelle Olive Trees et un programme qui est celui de l'olivier pour la paix. Pour la paix dans une région du monde à laquelle nous appartenons tous les deux et qui n'est plus simplement le concept enseigné comme on le faisait dans le temps où notre terre était celle de l'altérité, de la convivialité et de la rencontre de toutes nos spiritualités, nos civilisations, nos histoires. Merci pour ce que vous faites et ce prix.
Le voici.
Madame Bokova et...
Je l'ai entre mes mains, le prix. Un arbre de paix, magnifique symbole. L'œuvre d'une artiste et sculpteur, Ed Wasser, qui est aussi ambassadeur de bonne volonté de l'UNESCO, une œuvre qui fait le tour du monde. A few words, Sheikh Al-Jaber.
Thank you very much. I want to first to thank Al-Aidin Foundations and the Mr. President, Director General of UNESCO, all ministers, and my friends here. And I'm very pleased being in this gathering tonight and present with this award. Our foundations has started 20 years or 22 years ago, and totally believe that change to my region, to the region I came from, only will be through educations and quality educations. I think there are nothing I can add to all the speakers. Mr. President Sarkozy had made a great speech, and he knows more than I am about my region. But I want to thank him here for all the contribution he made, and maybe he's been criticized for some of them, but our regions had suffered since mid-70s for two things. Yes, since mid-70s, the wealth has increased with the oil price moved from $5 to $30, $40. But that was, unfortunately, a disaster. It created the dictator on the region from Saddam, Gaddafi's, Assad, and others, who they use the money to brainwash the people and teach them propaganda to be full of hatred toward the others, and that's where we are today. I know there are a lot of criticism to the interference to the Arab world by Europe and America since 2003 in Iraq, and the interventions to help the country on the Arab Spring. But I can't say one thing here. I am from that region, and I know my region better than anybody's outside the region. We was better before the artificial wealth than now. At least we was tolerance. I am originally from Yemen. I am Saudis, but I think everybody already read. From a country was a first belief to that country was Judaism, and until Islam, and was always tolerance, and still until today, there are a minority Jew there, live side by side. Yemen has lost thousands of world monuments destroyed, among that old synagogue and mosque. Similar to what we saw in Iraq, done by the Daesh, and in Syria, which thanks to the foreign troop who has saved Palmyra, and thanks to all the effort done by UNESCO. Now we are living only an era try to remove a history of thousand years and being less tolerance. Anyway, I assure you, Mr. President, what you have done and what George Bush, W. Bush has did in Iraq is not yet shown the real fruit. But the real peoples, they are still young, who they live the change. In Iraq, they are only at 10, 12 years old. And the Arab Spring, they are 5 years and 6 years old. They are not the people who commit the suicide today. Those people who been brought up by Gaddafi, Ben Ali, Saddam Hussein, Assad, and Mubarak, and by all other dictators, use the wealth to bring a false history to themselves and made the people less tolerant by trying to blame the West and blame other of their own failures. 10 years from today, we'll see the fruit and the real change, when at least those young people who they live after the change, they will be the people who we will be dependent on them, and they will be very thankful to who they help them. They are still, from 2011, they are still 6 years old. And in Iraq from 2004 and 3, they are still 12 years old. And those people, Iraq today had, in 2003, used to have a total debt of 850 billion, today under 60. The income of every individual Iraqi used to be under $10, today above $2,000. But nobody want to talk about the positive things. I know I'm being the last one and I don't want to take much time. I want to thank again everybody's and just frustrations from somebody come from a region where all the bad news come from there. I try to make what I can for the last 20 years through educations. Only one project I can name here, Olive Tree, 2003 has started with City University to bring Israeli Palestinian students to study in London. We had made great achievement. Who want to visit the website of City University London and see the Olive Tree? I am the founder. At that time, my life was under threat. But I know this program gonna make change, and people who come from every village, neighbor to neighbor, today they are working partner with each other, and today they are doing business together. My daughter was visiting my alumni website. She said, Dad, you have some, they are working with the current government in Israel. They're working with of your alumni. I think if they are one of my alumni there, they will do better. In the education reform at UNESCO in 2004 has a lot of criticism. We had only 2 countries approve it, and we still fight. Madame Bokova done a great job for the last 8 years. I think we have a new Director General will come by end of this year. We know, and we hope he will be the one we know. And
we all hope she's the one we know.
There are 2 challenges in my region. Education has to be revisited and done under the auspices of UNESCO, not by unilateral and leave every country to do what they want.